So in this video, I'll be talking about just one of the most terrifying Grindr stories that has happened to me, and why, if you are young and you are thinking about going to Grindr, you should not use that app because it's terrifying. Uh, so let's get started. So let's go back to 3 years to 2017, and I was just trying to explore things in the gay LGBTQ plus subspace. So I downloaded Grindr because I heard about it from a lot of social media and stuff, and I was just looking into the profiles near my situation and was near my location, and I was chatting with some of them, and of course I had no intention of hooking up with anyone at that point. And I met this guy. He sent me his face pictures, and he was really good looking, so I started chatting with him. Let's call this guy Adi. Yeah, sure, let's say that. And as I was chatting with him, he seemed like a genuinely nice guy, and it was clearly mentioned in my profile that I was not interested in hooking up, but he kept on asking me again and again, like, are you interested in hooking up? And I kept saying no. And every time I would say no, he would be like, why? And I would say like, oh, I'm new here, I don't know much about this and all that stuff. And he would constantly try to force me into it. And me being very new to that, instead of blocking him just in the beginning when he started pressuring me, I kind of entertained him for a little longer, and once it got too much, I ended up saying something around the line of like, hey buddy, listen up, if you don't stop coaxing me into going to hook up with you, I'm going to block you, or something like that. And in retrospective, I should have just blocked him, but I don't know why I did not. So yeah, I said that to him, and to which he actually said back some really mean and hurtful things. He said like, oh, you should never come back to the app, or he would like beat me up, or if he sees me in the street, he would beat me up, or other things like that. So in which I am like, oh fuck, this is weird. And I did two things really quickly. First of all, I blocked him on Grindr, and second of all, I just logged out of Grindr, and I did not log, and I just uninstalled the app. I did not log into Grindr for almost, I think, 4, 5, 6 months even, actually, because I got so scared of that. And eventually after, when I logged in, I started meeting new people and all that stuff. But yeah, almost 9 months to a year after that incident, I don't even remember that guy that much, I received a hey from another profile in Grindr, and I started talking with him. The person gave me his face pictures, and it was really nice and really cool. He seemed like a good guy, and he said like, oh, he had a car and he could pick me up from my place and go on a date. So I said yes, because, well, I was bored and I had nothing to do. And so yeah, the plan was that I would wait around in front of my college gate, and he would come up, and since there is no parking space, he would just stop the car for a few seconds, and I would get into the car and we would go on a date and stuff like that. So as usual, I got ready, I was excited, I got in front of my college gate and I waited there, and his car came in, the number matched of the car, that was a red car. So I immediately opened the door, I immediately went to the car, and he said hi, and he said he told me to come inside, and he was wearing sunglasses. And even with sunglasses, some things look weird, but I was like, oh, maybe the lighting's not that good in the car, that's why something looks weird. So I opened the car door and I stepped one foot in, and that's when I noticed his face picture was nothing like what he looked in his pictures. Like, it's not even like his pictures were taken like 10 years ago and he is now older or something like that. No. It was just a totally different person altogether. And I was like, okay. And I had one foot in the door and one foot out of the door, and I was just holding the door open like that awkwardly, and there were cars behind his cars and they were horning really loud. And I don't know, in all of this confusion, he kept on saying, come in, and he held my hand, and he like tried to pull me in or something. And I instantly remembered that this is that guy that I had met 9 months ago on Grindr, who told me that if I ever came back on the app, he would, quote unquote, beat me up or something like that. And as soon as I realized that, I full on started to panic, and I just pulled my hand from him. I pulled myself out of the car, I slammed the door, and I ran back inside. And I basically kind of ran / fast walked. I'm sure a lot of people were looking at me when I did that. But yeah, that happened, and that was really weird situation, as you can say. And it was terrifying. Like, if a guy tells you that he's gonna beat you up, and then you met that guy in public later, it's not exactly pleasant. Oh god, yeah. But yeah, I immediately blocked his number, and that was the day I started video calling people, or actually meeting people via Tinder, or even if I meet them on Grindr, I would tell them to share their WhatsApp number or Instagram or something like that, some more secure place where I can verify who they actually are. That was the day I started doing that. But yeah, so if you're young, if you're new to Grindr, do not naively believe everyone because there are a lot of weirdos apparently in there. And I have had many situations like this. And yeah, so yeah, I had many situations like this. So yeah, fuck. So if you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because that would really help me in growing this channel. And I am committed to this channel actually. So yeah, I hope it helps. I hope you subscribe and hype like. So yeah, if you had a good time, give it a like. Goodbye.